Yo, my name's Ryan Fila, and we're talking about bags again. I'm a huge bag nerd. I can't get enough of this. Over the past few years, I've been traveling around the globe solo, just me and my bags. And there are a lot of things that actually matter in a bag. So in today's video, what I'm gonna break down is 2 big bags that I really like for different reasons, 3 day packs, and 1 medium-sized pack. And we're actually gonna start with this medium-sized pack first. Now I am a content creator, so that is a huge focus when I'm getting bags. But this backpack is a Lowepro ProTactic BP40. This is an amazing camera bag, and it's really sturdy. As you can see, it's like literally ready to go to war. I mean, this thing doesn't flatten without anything in it. It looks the exact same when it's full or when it's empty. And the inside of it has so many different compartments that I use constantly. You see, I have these small slots right here because I put a lot of my smaller equipment in here, like my little bags with cables, camera lenses, my phone, external hard drives, and here I'll often put my money or external hard drives as well. And then out here, I stack it with the major camera gear. I put the lenses here, tripods here sometimes. I'll put lenses and typically the drone right here. And up here will either go my main camera body lens or some clothes. Like if I have a hoodie or something, I'll pack it in the top. Now, if you can see all the way down there, there's this little tiny pocket and there's an air tag in it. I do that with all of my bags that I travel with, just in case something gets lost or stolen, then at least I know exactly where the bag is and I can track it down. That includes when an airline has it. Half the time you won't know where your bag is for days at a time if they've lost it. But if you drop an air tag in it, you'll know exactly where it is and you can just tell them. So that's the main part of the backpack. There's another little zipper up here that I use occasionally, but only if I'm trying to put something small in there or hide something like money. Now on this side of the pack, typically I'll put my Kindle, bigger things in here that aren't camera equipment. And up top I'll put, again, my money if it's not that much, honestly, my cards, earplugs, because those go everywhere with me, and smaller accessories. In this bag, the laptop holder is in the top inside of the pack, which I kind of like because you have to unzip this whole thing to even get inside at all. But I'll put my laptop in there, my iPad, both those fit in there pretty snugly, and then cram it down typically from here. Now, this has been a heavy bag for me when I travel. This is my main backpack, and then I'll put my day pack on the front with all of my camera equipment. I haven't quite gotten away from using 3 bags at a time yet, but this is my main pack on my back. It carries all the major camera equipment. It houses all of my major equipment while I'm on the ground traveling in places, and then I just put what I need for the day in my day pack. Now on the outside of this bag, the hard shell is super tough. So I could throw this thing with my camera equipment and not really worry about it. There are several entry points from the outside. Both sides have a side zipper pocket like this one. Both sides have a side pocket where you can put pens. Yeah, there's a lot of accessibility from the outside, and there are these 2 major pockets where you can store the smaller stuff. You can also enter it from the top as well if you put your main housing or hoodies and stuff up top, so you can just grab it out of the top and never have to open the back part. And the outside of it has all of these hooks. And the bag itself comes with accessories like these clips right here where I put the tripod in between here and hold it on the front side so it doesn't take up room in the bag. Oh yeah, this is one of the first things I look for. I said this in another video, but one of the first things I look for in a backpack is if it has clips. And typically for me, that means double clips, one on the bottom, one on the top, because I just love to have these. If we're gonna be spending this much intimate time together, I wanna make sure that it's secure. It's secure on me. I can run with it, I can hike with it, I can do whatever I need to with it. This bag has seen Half Dome out in Yosemite twice, hiked all over Peru. It's really sturdy and stable, and that's why it keeps making my packing list. 2 other things I like about it is it has this handle here on the front side. Since you open it from the back here, you can throw it around, set it down, and organize from there. And it has 2 small pockets on the actual clips themselves on the front side. Wait, last thing, I can't forget this. This comes in with a built-in water protectant bag thing that you can throw right over top in case it starts raining while you're out hiking. And it's still open on the back, so you can hike with that bag on. Then when you're done with it, you just pull it off and throw it right back in the pocket where it lives all the time. That's actually one of my favorite aspects of this backpack. Not all the bags I have do that. Actually, no other bag that I have does that. Okay, that's the first pack. Let's get into bigger bags. I can't really put both these under this camera at the same time because the lens isn't wide enough, but I love both of these bags for super different reasons. This one right here, this green one, is the Aarn Guildling light backpack. And one thing that I really like about this, and the whole reason that I bought it, is this pulley system on the back side. So these straps actually walk with you as you hike. So if you're hiking a lot and you're doing a lot of big trips on your feet, I would strongly recommend this bag. Now, the clips down here are great, the clips up here are great. This backpack functionally is incredible. Because of that, your back won't hurt nearly as much as it will with other packs. My shoulders don't get as strained as other packs. But one downside of this is there's only one entrance point and it's through the top. So if you have anything on the bottom, anything you want to grab out from the sides, you really can't. You have to pull everything out to get there. Some of the things I like about this pack, I like the roll design, so you can really pack this thing if you need to. The inside of it is waterproof, so anything in here won't obviously get wet. That's kind of the idea. That didn't need explanation, but here we are. I did rip this pack once on the inside, so I sewed it and tried to fix it. So mine's not 100% waterproof. It is a little bit not as rugged as I would like. I've broken several of these clips. It's just not as sturdy as I would have liked, but again, I haven't found anything else on the market that I would rather take for like a 5-day venturing hike out into the Peruvian Andes, but it has its negations. Good pack. And it's a big pack, so if you're looking for a big backpack that you wanna just carry around with you to hold your clothes and get from point A to point B, it's great, but I would not want to live out of that bag. And that's where we get to here. There's kind of an intermediate step. I went to a rolly bag for a little bit because I was like, yo, this would be so much more organized. You get both sides, I can roll my stuff up, I can use packing cubes. It'll be awesome. I'm trying to find this place. And I was today years old when I decided I'm done with the rolly bag. Hiking dirt roads with 3 wheels on this thing, because one broke, is a no-go. I'm going back to the backpack. One of my least favorite things is showing up at places intermittently where I'm gonna live out of my bag for like 2 or 3 days, so I don't wanna unpack, but living out of it's kind of a pain. And that's what got me out of that bag into a luggage suitcase, because I could live out of that comfortably for a couple days until I lost a wheel on the rolly bag. And it was a nightmare, and all I wanted was my backpack. So I will not be going back to rolly bags. I'll be using this unless I'm going on big trips where I want to hike. This is the Peak Design. I think it's the biggest like luggage pack they have, the 65 liters. And I love it because as you can see here, it's got straps so you can hold it. I can walk around and hold it like this, or I can strap it on, well, it's still open, but I can strap it on like a backpack if I don't have one on my back. And I love that versatility. It's got a lot of room in here. There are a couple pockets on the inside that are good for like toothbrushes and toiletries. There's a couple on the outside as well that you can use for smaller things like that. And it's got a lot of excess from the top. Like I can get in here very easily and get out whatever I need. So it's not like that bag where the entrance point from the top is really small. This entrance point is huge, so it's easy to see everything that's in this bag. Couple extra bonuses, you get some extra space with this if you unzip it on both sides. You have something from the top, which for me, I like to hang in the closet. I'll hang it up on a carabiner when I get to places, or when I'm living somewhere. It's currently up on a hook right now. And even though it's first probably a carry pack like this, it has the capability to be clipped as a backpack in 2 places, which is insane. So yeah, this will be my new major bag while I'm traveling around, the Peak Design 65 liter. I did a video recently about these 2 packs right here, which are my main day packs right now. But I want to give the OG some love because this pack is years old and I still sometimes bring it on trips with me. The major reason for me is because it's a little bit smaller than this current North Face bag, and I can run with it. So I like having that option. So we'll start in the big pocket. The big pocket is pretty standard. You have a laptop spot, a tablet or a book spot, and then quite a bit of space in here. That's where I put like clothes, books, anything major that I'm traveling with. This medium-sized pocket has your pencils, your external hard drive holders, and a couple other pockets that I use for like plastic cutlery, like forks, knives, spoons that I carry around with me, so I use a little bit less on the road, and a zipper pocket. Now, what I did, my one qualm really with North Face bags is this right here. On this pack, it was Velcroed, which I liked, but the Velcro wasn't strong enough. So I went somewhere and just had them stitched. I did the same thing on that one because when it's not, this thing is just a huge pocket and takes up so much space when you're getting into it from the top that you almost don't want to use any of this stuff on the outside. So now I put my major external hard drives in here because it's a pretty good sized pocket. That's a good example of how you can enhance a bag that's already good to be exactly what you want. And it really doesn't take much effort. The other things on this pack is a small pocket from the front with 2 Burt's Bees because one's not enough for anybody. This on the front that's open that I use for major jackets when I'm out traveling or hiking and don't want to stuff the inside of it. Water bottle holders. Another hook where I usually place a carabiner. I usually have another carabiner up here. And of course, on the front side, the clips. Another thing that I love about North Face is that if anything breaks on the bag that is, their fault or something that they can easily fix, you can mail it to them and they will do it and just send it right back to you. Really no questions asked in my experience. I sent this backpack to them and it was probably 4 or 5 years old at the time. And I just asked them to fix these clips. They fixed the clips, fixed one of the clips on the side and just mailed it back. It was free, I didn't have to do anything. And it only took a couple weeks. And it was really the difference between me keeping this pack and just throwing it to Goodwill and figuring out another option. That pack, like I said again, is probably 5 or 6 years old in total now. And this has been its replacement, the North Face Surge. From the front side, it's got 2 major pockets, and this one I keep a lot of my electronics. Again, I broke this bag down in more detail with the next one in a previous video about my everyday pack, so I don't wanna go too much into it, but I love all the options in this bag. On this side, I keep most of my toiletry stuff. I have a couple reusable grocery bags, some cutlery like I was saying. I try to carry that around basically everywhere I go. Your small pocket for AirPods and chapstick and small things. A medium-sized pocket. If you can't tell, this is really similar to the old design. I love that bag and never wanted to give it up, but it was time for a new one. Here's kind of the medium-sized pocket with all the pens and pencils and my hard drives. The zipper pocket where I now keep 2 pairs of glasses, blue light glasses and my sunglasses. And that other pocket, which if you can see right here, I sewed again because I just love having the 2 options and not having this huge tongue basically wide open when I'm getting into it from the top, because that's kind of how you typically get in there. And you can see how that would be annoying if this is just taking over the whole pocket. So I zipped that up, if you will. Major pocket here, nothing special about it. It's pretty big. This backpack in general is a pretty big day pack. Last pocket here has 2 spaces to put your tablet and your laptop again, and 2 really deep water bottle pockets here on the sides. The one thing that I liked about the old pack is there was a clip up here. So if you had a tall water bottle, you could clip it in. This one doesn't have that, but these pockets are pretty deep, so I haven't had any problems with that yet. And with this pack, you get a bottom hoop, so I can put my tripod right in there, strap it down, or a jacket in there, strap it down. It kind of serves the same purpose as these, but honestly, this does a better job. Okay, last pack, the Peak Design. This is another everyday pack. This is a new pack for me, but I've been using it pretty much everywhere I go that I'm shooting video or taking photos because the accessibility in this thing is incredible. From the top, you have 1 major pocket where the drone typically goes, some clothes, a lot of my bags with extra cables and dongles usually go up there. Up here, you have some extra hooks. There's hooks all over this bag. Underneath This bag is solid. One thing that Peak Design does really well that I haven't seen many bags do well is using magnets. So when you set this bag down, even the straps will magnet to here, so you're not dealing with them all over the side when you're trying to get in to the side pocket. So I love that. You already know I gotta have at least one strap. This is the only bag that I own, I think, with only one strap, but we'll live with it because the rest of it is so great, to be honest. You get in from the side here, and you've got a huge opening here for typically my camera gear, some lenses, bags, all of the stuff. Like everything is accessible here unless you decide that you don't want it to be accessible because you put up like a little wall. I know it's kind of hard to see from that overhead shot because of the shadows, but you have one of those on both sides so you can get into this bag 3 different ways and you have a ton of accessibility. On both sides, you also have, again, a magnetic pocket here and a zipper pocket. So there's plenty of space on the inside for your small things like phone, wallet, keys, air tags, whatever you want to put in there. And like the North Face bag, it's got 2 huge water bottle pockets on the side here. So you can put, typically for me at least, a tripod in one side and your water bottle in the other. And last but not least, there's a couple hidden pockets on the front side of this bag where you get some straps to use with some of these extra holding pieces. You can strap your clothes down to it. You can use those for so many, you can hang it from a tree if you have food in it and you're out hiking and you don't want bears to get it. There's so many options with this bag and what you want to do with it. But that's pretty much it. And on the front side, you also have another laptop zipper with a few other options in there. So you have the main laptop piece, you have a hidden magnetic pouch again, and a couple other spots where you can put gum, candy, snacks, goods, pencils, whatever your heart desires. Yeah, and those are my favorite travel bags. Those are the majority of ones that I've been with for a long time and traveled with consistently. Right now, my trio will honestly probably be this Peak Design bag because I'll be creating on the road. This other Peak Design bag because I just love the overall design of it. And probably the Lowepro to hold all of my camera gear while it's at the Airbnb and not in my day pack. The one that I'm saddest about not being able to bring is this one. I absolutely love this North Face. It's huge. This is my typical day pack when I'm at home and not carrying all of my camera equipment around with me all the time. So if you're not into shooting or don't need all of the different pouches for your camera equipment, I would say this North Face is #1. Absolutely love it. And will take it everywhere with me that I can when I'm not shooting a bunch of photos and videos. I'm Ryan Fila again. If you wanna see more about this pack and that North Face bag with my everyday bags, I'll put that video here at the end and another travel story that's a little bit more fun. Yeah, and until next time, you go out there and try to live your limit, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.